Good mid-morning, guys. Okay, well, it's kind of funny that this information came out here on the same day that we're giving away or registering people to give away two solar generators. Uh, New story today from the National Energy Assistant Directors Association. This will tell you everything you need to know where we're heading and what plans you're going to have to start making to figure out how to get out of this. We all know the economy's shit. Okay, no surprise there. How about this one for you? 20 million households in the United States, about 1 in 6 American homes. Okay, you're talking 18%, all right, are behind on their power bill. Winter's coming. Okay, when I get in it, this is the total amount that is behind, okay, past due on utility bills in the United States. $17 billion. This is where we are, guys. This is what the Green New Deal, the Greta Thunbergs, John Kerry's, Al Gore's are pushing us toward. This isn't throw grandma over the cliff. This is put her in a cannon and shoot her that way, okay? We need, as individuals, as citizens, as preppers, as whatever, to continue. We better have already started. Figure out our way to be self-sufficient when it comes to energy, period, okay? I mean, Belgium came out today. Granted, it's Europe, but as we've seen everything else that happens in Europe, it eventually makes its way here, all right? Belgium came out today and said expect 5 to 10 years of freezing temperatures and freezing people due to their energy crisis. This is what we've gotten ourselves into, guys. Not you and me done this. This is what the morons that run governments around the world are doing. Now, we talked a little bit last night on the live stream about the bank in Australia that wants to, or that is going to refuse to finance anybody who wants to buy a gasoline-powered car starting in 2025, that they're only going to finance electric vehicles. Now, please explain this one to me. If we are $17 billion in arrears, the public, not the government, the public is struggling so much, $17 billion in arrears on paying our electric bill to keep the lights on in the house. How the hell are you going to run an electric car? I mean, I've talked all the time about there is no infrastructure for this. There aren't any charging stations, enough. Let's put it this way. I mean, there's a few. It's like, oh, there's 2 in this parking lot. There's 1,000 cars in that parking lot, right? And it takes 8 hours to charge a car. Great. I'll keep my car at the office for 3 weeks while I wait my turn to charge, and I'll walk home every day. So you get the people that come back and say, well, you should have your electric car. You should charge it at home. Oh, okay. $17 billion in arrears. So the power company goes, we're shutting you off. Okay? Because your inflation has eaten up any sort of, if you've gotten any, wage increases. I mean, here's your 3% cost of living allowance. Here's your 9% inflation. Guess what? You're at -6. Okay? People can't afford stuff. This is, when we're $17 billion in debt, start thinking about what happens here, guys. The first thing that got cut out was going to the movies, going to the bar on Friday night. The second thing that cut out was your Starbucks coffee, whatever. The next thing that got cut is, okay, you started going to the grocery store and buying all the generic stuff, and instead of eating ground beef, you were eating ground turkey or whatever it is. And you started to tighten your belts there, okay? And you keep tightening and tightening and tightening and tightening until it finally goes, poof, there's nothing left, okay? And that's where we are on electricity. 20 million households. Average household has 3.7 people in it, okay? let's see, we do the math, that would be 74 million people are at risk of having no electricity going into winter. What did I say the other day? Oh, I'm on natural gas. It doesn't matter. I'm on heating oil. It doesn't matter. No, the blower on your furnace is electric. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you've got 1,000 gallons of propane in your propane tank. If you got no electricity, you still got no heat. Okay. This is how insane this has gotten. This is where something has got to give. The grid is weak. We know that. The pipe dreams of solar energy or wind energy for all do not work. I mean, it's been beaten to death telling people it does not work. Okay, but they won't listen. On an individual basis, sure, you can maintain the basics, all right? Again, unless you've got a significant power system, you aren't powering the blower in your heater either, or in your furnace either. So, again, how are you going to take care of this? This is what we need to really, really, really start taking care of ourselves. All right. I look at one story. I mean, this is where it gets silly in this story, and of course, I'll link this below so you guys can read it. There's a paragraph in here, and I'll just read this. Adrienne Nice is one of those struggling Americans who is more than $3,000 behind on utility bills. Last month, she received a final notice from power company Xcel Energy, who turned off the electricity to her studio apartment in Minneapolis as temperatures approached near triple digits. Okay? Yeah, you're talking high 90s in Minneapolis now. What does the weather get like in Minneapolis, say around, I don't know, Thanksgiving? Okay, which is what, 2 months away? 3 months away? 3 months away. Do my math. Yeah, then it's like, oh my God, we need heat. She's in a freaking studio apartment and has $3,000 in back electricity. You can't think a studio apartment takes that much electricity. I don't know unless she's got a marijuana grow place going on in there and she's got lights all over the place. And then again, I can't say what her financial mastery is. I mean, if she's buying Starbucks coffee and not paying the electric bill, then some of it's on her. But if we have 20 million households like this, I can't think that all 20 million households are just financially irresponsible. This is the problem. We just have too much cost that people can't deal with it. Inevitably, there's going to be another video today when we get the details on Biden's student loan forgiveness debacle, okay, which of course will drive the prices up on everything else. But what's next? Okay, seriously, this is a serious question. After we go through the student loan that's crushing people, do we hear next month, we're doing an electricity forgiveness bill? And the next month, we're doing a mortgage forgiveness, and the next month, a car loan forgiveness, and the next month, a credit card forgiveness. And all you watch is hyperinflation get higher and higher and higher and higher until the point where the money you have is worth zero. All right, we all know right now it has no value. It's a promissory note, okay? But when the full faith and credit of the United States is worth nothing, where are we at? I mean, let's look at Saudi Arabia, okay? Let's look at the 1970s when OPEC decided to stop pumping oil and selling it to the United States. And what did we see? We saw inflation jump 11% practically overnight. We saw the stock market sit there and get cut in half, okay? Is that coming? This could happen one real simple way. All Saudi Arabia has to do is go, we're aligning ourselves with the BRICS nations as opposed to the Western nations. Poof! Instantly, we get $10 gas. Think of that one, okay? 2/3 of the countries in the world have already signed on to this Belt and Road Initiative with China, okay? It's the countries that we align ourselves with the Western world, if you will, that hasn't. But all these poor countries where China's just taking it, hey, we'll help you build your infrastructure. Here's the promissory note that you'll sign that they can never repay. So then China forecloses on countries. I mean, that's what's going on, guys. It's this is a power issue around the world. Nobody has enough energy because very quickly, in just a couple of years, the greenies out there have completely destroyed the energy industry worldwide. Everybody jumped on this Green New Deal crap, and it's proving itself very instantly it does not work. It will kill people, freeze to death. Okay. It will destroy countries. I mean, this is empire building. The Chinese are putting the Chinese empire back together. Where it's, well, here's the entire continent of Africa. Here's the entire continent of Asia, all under Chinese control. Why? Because they just foreclosed on everybody. And that's what's going to happen. And I mean, these are basic things. Food, talked about that yesterday. Now we're talking about energy. I mean, come on. 1 in 6 households in the United States is behind in their bills and at risk of having the electricity turned off. Think about that. Walk up your street and count how many houses are in there. Go down the hallway in your apartment complex and count how many doors there are, right? If there's 12 doors, 2 of those people are going to sit there and have no electricity next month. Think about that. That's how crazy this gets. And we haven't even got into the fact of, let's talk about police departments who are already saying we're not going to respond to 911 calls unless life or death is on the line because we can't afford the gasoline. What happens when the municipalities go, we can't afford the electric bill? Oh, guess what we'll do? We'll raise taxes. So you get to pay for it again. Oh, you can't pay your taxes? Gee, I guess we're going to have to put a tax lien on your house. Oh, you can't afford to put the plates on your car? Well, I guess you can't drive. It's a snowball, guys. Okay? Energy and food make the world go round. We're in short supply of both of them. You need to take care of this on your own because there ain't nobody coming to bail you out. You can't throw money at every problem and make it go away. That doesn't work. Democrats think it does, but reality says no.